Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your first ever set of numerology videos with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. As many of you know, I do weekly tarot readings, monthly tarot readings. I also do a numerology live stream each month as well to set you up for the month ahead. Many of you know me from the Life Path series that I put out, which I cannot thank you all enough. Like I'm still actually completely blown away at how popular it's been, how many view counts they have. It's still really strange to me because when I was doing it, I was just doing it as a labor of love. And I've learned so much more since then as well. So don't forget, if you haven't seen it, there is a video that will show you how to calculate your life path number. That will be floating around up here somewhere. There's also a video to help you calculate your personal year number, which is a very important vibration for you to know. So there's also a video for you to find out how to do that as well. Be sure to check those out so that you can really get into these videos and use this information for the best for your, your path ahead for the month. So with that said, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. If you are a continued subby of mine, you know I absolutely love you, and thank you so much for being a part of the Radiant Reality community. So we get into it. August 2021 is a universal 4-month, right? So some of you are probably like, if you know numerology at least a little bit, some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, here we go. For all of you, you will probably remember, for those of you that have been with me long enough, you will remember the numerology video that I put out at the start of 2020, which was a true 4-year. Lots of people postulate it being a 22. It wasn't a 22 year. I can assure you it was a 4-year. I'm not going to debate that. That's the way that I experience it. That's the way that I feel it was with what I know of numerology. So we're going to get straight into it. So what is 4? I got my trusty notes here. Always got notes. You guys know me by now. So 4 is a slow energy. It's slow, grounded, and determined. It's a number of structure. It's a number of order. And so this month really asks us all to be, or invites us all to work inside the parameters of what we know, of what we understand, what we can do really well. 4 is grounded and practical, and it's structured. This is the order, the energy of order. 4 is all about the manifest world. It's about the tangible, the physical, it's about the material. It's a very slow moving energy. So this month, I mean, which, you know, considering it's Leo season, isn't necessarily a bad thing. One of the things that I really like about this actually is it will allow us to enjoy the summer. It will allow us to just really experience the best of what we can. Providing we don't swim against the tide or try to fight the energy. That's the thing with 4 energy. If you try to force something, it will push back. And as we've already all seen, right, the universal energy is bigger than we are. Now, that being said, I've got here, this can be an amazing month to see results, but can also be a month that requires you to stand firm on what you have promised to deliver. So this is kind of the long and short of it, right? The number 4 is very linked to the energy of integrity, honesty. So whatever you promise you're going to do this month, you're going to have to show up for it. This is why in the month of August, you want to under promise and over deliver. If you do it the other way around, you will be held accountable. 4 and 6 energy tend to be very much like that. Like, you can't get away with throwing a comment out, oh yeah, you know, I'll totally be there and I'll do that. Like, it will hold you accountable. So if you say you're going to do something, be prepared to show up in that way. If you do show up in the way that you say you're going to, the rewards and the blessings can be absolutely wonderful, which is great. Now, 4 energy, I've got to be really honest with you, it doesn't fuck around. So like I said, you've got to be in your integrity, you've got to stand tall, you've got to be honest, you've got to be open about what is possible, what you're prepared to do, what you're prepared to give, and you need to follow through on that. What I will say as well, you've got to come up with the goods, right? If you're planning to do something this month, a solid plan, being organized, those things are going to be paramount for you this month if you really want to get ahead. One of the things that I will say about this energy as well, you got to come up with the goods. If you're planning to cut corners, if you're planning to try to pull the wool over somebody's eyes, or, you know, wing it here and there, it will catch you. And trust me, when 4 energy catches you out, it's usually quite public. So, or at least for you know, for somebody to witness. So if you don't want that experience, you'll have to forgive me, I'm currently melting. It's so hot here in the UK. But hey, I ain't complaining. We've got sunshine. It's good, right? But it will catch you out. So what I've said to everybody is, grab yourself by the boobs or grab yourself by the balls and get on with it. You've got to dig in, you've got to dig deep, and you've got to be prepared to work. That is what this month is asking you to do. It's a powerful energy for getting ahead, absolutely. It can be a month where you can build a very solid foundation for whatever dreams, goals, hopes, wishes you have going forward. So the energy of the number 4, if you've been with me long enough, you'll know I will have said this to you. It can literally be a box where you, like, that holds you prisoner or holds you captive, and it's usually a box of your own making, or it can be a step or a platform to get you to where you want to be next, right? So use that to your best advantage. Now that you have that information, plan accordingly. What the characteristics of this energy are direct, focused, and linear. When you think about a square, it's, you know, it's lines, right? It's straight lines. It is clear. It's defined. It doesn't have, you know, there's nothing wishy-washy. 4 energy is you are either in or you are out. There's no room for, there's room for negotiation based on plans. Absolutely. Based on organization, yes, absolutely. But if you're hoping to wing it, you know, just chuck it in there and see how it goes, no. It's practical, realistic, and grounded, right? So all of these things are buzzwords this month. And if you're the sort of person that's usually like, yeah, you know, I'll just see how it goes, you might struggle this month, especially because the external world is going to demand more specificity from you. All right, so it's determined, disciplined, and dedicated. And it's interesting that those words come up with the 4 energy, because the letter D corresponds to the number 4. So, right, it makes sense. Discipline, determination, you know, dedication, all of these things. It's also a number that provides the energy of drudgery, honesty, and integrity. There's nowhere to hide with a number 4. It's just like a square, right? You know, if one line is kind of bowed or a little bit out, or, you know, goes off at an angle, it's no longer a square. That's why when you think about the energy of the number 4, it's precise. You know, it's precise, it's specific. And this month you have to be those things with yourself and with any of your endeavors. So the questions that you need to ask yourself: are your plans solid? Are you organized? Do you know where everything goes, where it belongs? Do you have a good idea of what the end goal or result actually looks like for you? Do they have weight, or are they pie in the sky? And this vibration is going to highlight that to you this month. So basically buckle up. It's not a bad month. There's no such thing as that kind of energy. It's not whether it's good or bad. It's about how you utilize it and how you internalize and then externalize that information or that energy. So yes, it's going to depend on your life path number, how you approach this. It will depend on your upbringing, your growth, your mindset. It's going to depend on your astrology. It's going to depend on all of these things. But when you think about each one of these systems, tarot, astrology, numerology, you know, energy work, like, they're all slices of what make up the whole you. And so each one of these pieces of information that I give you is giving you a different insight into how things are going to affect you specifically. All right, so with that said, let's get into your personal life path messages. Take care, and I'll see you in a moment. Hey, Life Path 4. All right, so this is going to be a month that resonates to your own frequency. Why? Because August is a universal month for. So this is an energy that you're used to. You know how this works. You know what to do. You know where to be. You know how to approach things. Because it's basically all the stuff that you are used to. It's all of the ways that you are used to showing up or behave in some way, shape or form. Now, it might be prudent time to say that what do I want and where am I right now? So considering where you're at on the internal level, what you want from your life, where you feel like you're going, this is kind of like a return to your energy. So in a way, this gives you a moment to recalibrate, to refocus, to rededicate yourself to whatever your ideas are. Reworking current schedules or routines might be a good idea right now. Considering your longer term plans for the future. So as we know, and I'm going to say it, and I know I might get a lot of backlash for this, but the number 4, not particularly sexy, right? It's grounded, it's practical, it's focused, it's determined, it's very rigid as well, like it will just kind of stay on par and on course. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring things to you that you truly want, right? You understand this energy better than anybody else. So this month, sticking to the goals and the tasks that are at hand can be revered and give greater results. So all the things that you're known for, the stability, the security, sticking to things, being rigid, those things can be the things that people are seeking this month. And so you might find that you are a bit more magnetic this month, that people do gravitate to you a bit more. You might find people ask you more questions, that they lean on you a bit more. You might find that they are more willing to do things your way or to see things your way. You might be asked or called upon this month to help people adjust to this energy. If you can be on hand and you can be that person this month, it would go a long way to earning you, some goodies or some treats at a later day. The reason I say that is because, when we help people, they're more inclined to help us at a later date, right? We've seen this in so many ways and so many times of our lives. So that being said, for the love life this month, you'll need to consider in a relationship that it needs to be given a bit of a tune up, right? So check in with your partner about the plans that you've got, about the plans that they've got, where they intersect, where they cross over. The reason I say this is because you and your partner, if you've got a partner this month, you guys could really make some headway as a couple, and you might come up with new ideas, possibly even a business of some sort that you want to work on together. You're looking for honesty and integrity when it comes to relationships. Jumping in haphazard without discussing things or without doing them methodically could probably screw things up this month. So if you're a Life Path 4 and you're one of those rare people that's impulsive, this is the month to curb that impulsivity. Or impulsiveness. All right, what else I've got here is you're looking for honesty and integrity in people in general anyway, because this is your life path energy, but never more so than this month. And so if you're newly seeing somebody and you catch them in a lie, or you can tell that they're fibbing to you, all of that sort of stuff, you'll just be like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out, I'm really not interested. If you can't be honest, open and upfront about where we're at, what we are, what we're going to be, if we're going to be anything, don't bother. If you're cross-watching for a Life Path 4 person, be honest with them, right? Be really bold, really frank, really upfront and honest about what you want from them, what you desire from them, and more importantly, not even more importantly, but on the other side of it, what you're prepared to give to them in the relationship. You'll get so much out of it this month. The one thing that I will say as well, you're looking for that honesty and integrity, but be careful that this doesn't turn into nitpicking for those of you that are in a partnership, and for those of you that want to be with somebody. Like, you could scrutinize everything this month if you take it to that unconscious place. For your money, best month to get your ducks in a row. If you want something though, don't be afraid to buy it. This would be a really good month to maybe buy a stretch purchase for you. This would be a really good month for you to say, right, you know what, I've got this money to go and buy this wonderful thing that I've wanted for the longest time, but it's going to put a real dent in my savings. Do it. This is your way this month, the way that you interact with the energy, the way that it works for you. You are signaling to the universe that you're ready for your next level of abundance. So you're in fact, out of all of the life paths, I think you're the only one this month that can really be a little bit frivolous with the money. So this is great. It also suggests this month you can't hoard things. You can save, you can allocate, you can budget, you can plan, but if you start hoarding, you will create a stagnancy, and you will literally be sending out to the universe, don't send me any more money, I can't manifest anything, which is why I'm holding on to stuff right now. And I know this is somewhat at odds with you. I know a lot of you are probably wincing right now and you're like, oh my god, fuck Raf, do you even know us at all? Yes, I do, and trust me, I have painstakingly gone through information and looking at this stuff to see how it's going to affect you. So take this, think about what I'm saying. Obviously, you have to make your own decisions, you have to use your own discernment, but just consider what I'm saying. All right, for your work, you can make great strides in your work this month. In fact, probably better than anybody, getting more done than anybody else, not being tired, worn out, stressed out when everybody else is running around like headless chickens, or moving along like really unhappy sloths. Because you can work with this energy. You are hardworking, determined, disciplined, focused. You can turn this to your absolute advantage this month, where you're getting more done than anybody else in the room. Love this, right? So if you're looking for a job, look in earnest. If you're looking for a job and you've been out of work for a while, that sitting back and, I haven't been offered a job, like whinging and whining about it, will get you nothing this month. It's the hard work, it's the discipline, it's the focus, it's the determination. If you've been looking for work and you haven't been able to find anything in 8 months, work hard this month, because I promise you, just at the end of the month where you think to yourself, you know what, I've put in a shift this month of looking for work, it will come, right? It will give you the results, but you have to work for them, and it only comes after you've put that work in. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, I put the work in before this, and again, don't get into that energy. It's a waste of your time, right? Just focus on what it is that you want, work hard towards it, let the universe deliver the rest. If you're a business owner or you work for yourself, this is time to plan, work hard, smash your deadlines, and set new goals. If you're a Life Path 4 person, those two things are going to be vital for you this month. All right, so your best steps for this month are giving yourself time to relax, giving yourself permission to enjoy your time, to relax, to have fun, really important. Taking your foot off the accelerator once in a while this month, really going to help you. Check in with your peers and your close ones. Where are they at? Do they need help? Do they need assistance? Can they help or assist you? Deciding what the right steps are for you. Like, what do you feel your right steps are? That's going to be really important for you this month. Consider what the energy is saying and what you're going to be asked to do. The systems that you've got in place, are they doing what they should? And then finally, step into the leadership role this month. Life Path 4 doesn't tend to be the leader. It tends to be more of like the support, or the support system, or the glue in the team, which I absolutely love, because, my Aquarian nature speaks to that. I totally feel that. But this month, if you take that charge, if you take that leadership position, if you step into the top spot, you will be surprised at how well you're received, and also how well you do and how much you can get done. Your warning this month is you could be even more rigid and more stubborn than usual. Try not to let that creep in. What you accomplish alone will be great, but collaborating will make it legendary, right? Keep that in mind this month. Leading by example works well too. All right, so your full moon and your new moon and full moon messages this month are: the new moon is the gate 63 and doubt. So don't doubt yourself if you're wanting to step into that leadership position. If you're thrust into the limelight, if you're taken out of your comfort zone and put in front of everyone this month, let this new moon show you how to do that, and be aware of how much you can absolutely get done. Your full moon message is the gate 48 and depth. Very, very interesting. And this suggests to me that the full moon is going to bring you a new beginning in some regard. It's also going to open up possibly a different path or avenue for you. You need to be ready to leap on towards that. This month, the tracks on the tracks on the path, or the tracks on the track, could be switching this month, especially around this full moon, so be aware. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Do you love it? Do you loathe it? What do you think? Take care, and I'll see you soon.